Today on The Educators, a message from Damian Anderson. Tune in today for his closest announcement. The SAT goes digital. Starting in 2024, the SAT exam is set to be shortened by an hour to make for a less stressful experience. Do you think the hosts of Educators are on board? Tune in to find out. Plus, President Joe Biden commits to nominate a black woman to be on Supreme Court. For Andrew, we have the latest for us. Then, judging versus criticism. What's the difference? Is it human nature to judge others and criticize them? You don't want to miss what we have to say. And we're still celebrating Black History Month all month long with the strength and triumph of those who pay the way. The Educators, Damian Anderson, Coach Darnell, and Andrew Frett starts right now.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Educators. As you can see or hear on today, that Coach Darnell Jerome is not here on today, but don't fret, he will be back very soon. So we have a line of topics to talk about this week. First and foremost, we have the SAT goes digital. So I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Damian to go ahead and start us off.
All right, so high school students, you guys, across America, they are jumping up and down for this one, and as Andrew just said, which is the SAT, which was once viewed as a critical step to getting into college. But get this, it's going to be short, you guys, and administrated online. So this is very major, you guys, and they are actually saying, because this is all due to a major shift in the format that was brought on by the pandemic, ever since the pandemic started in 2020. So the paper test, which is currently, it takes about 3 hours to complete. Well, the shorter version is just going to be 2 hours. They just took 1 hour off. And yeah, and it will be online. Starting in 2023 internationally, and then in 2024 for the US. So I want to ask Andrew this. What do you think of this? The test, the SAT is going to be shorter now. Have you ever taken the SAT before? And how was it for you? Do you think this will be good for our high school students? Let it be shorter and also online instead of paper tests.
So first and foremost, I took in the ACT, not the SAT. So that first part of the question, I don't really know how to answer that question because I took the ACT. But now that the test is going to be online, I think that's a great idea. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there is an online tutoring program called Khan Academy, where it lets you get prepared to take the SATs. They have all the questions that you need to know before you take your SATs. So I think that's a great idea versus on paper. Imagine sitting in a classroom with all your classmates. You're sitting in that classroom for the next 3 to 4 hours taking the SAT. Yes, that is going to take a paralyzed class time. And by them doing it online and it's going to be shorter, I think now I think that's going to be now it's going to be great. Now the only con that I see is there could be some network issues, there could be some password issues, there could be some internet issues as well. So there's a lot of pros and a very few cons in this. Like I said, the problems could have, like I said again, login issues, their codes is not working. It's not on there when it's supposed to be. You're taking the wrong test. Like you could be taking like you're supposed to take the ACT, but instead you're taking the ACT. Like there's a whole lot of things that can go wrong while administering the test online versus having a teacher passing out paper and pencils or well, besides paper, but scratch paper and stuff like that. So that's what I think, pros and cons of this online SATs.
Yeah, right. And then with me, here's the bigger issue here. Don't get me wrong, I do like this now. I don't, because I never took SAT. I only took the ACT, so I don't know how that test works, but I think, yes, this will be great for our students, and let it be shorter, for 2 hours. That's good. But my only issue is, well, I know, we're all, dumping all away the papers and we're doing it digitally now, doing technology, which I get that. But now, to me, since they are moving it online, I could see many students, there's going to be some cheating involved with this, because they are going to be looking if you are taking the test and you're not taking it and you're on another site trying to cheat. So I don't know how they are going to look into that, because you are going to have some of those students who are going to cheat, and they will know because they are looking at what you're doing. So I just wonder how is that going to work out? How is that going to work out? But we'll see. We'll see once it comes in 2024. So we'll just wait to see in 20. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I agree with that cheating as well, because even on paper too, there are some students that are trying to cheat too with the paper copy as well. So that also can be a problem as well while administrating online, is that cheating as well. So yeah, I totally agree. Again, there's some pros and there's some cons in that SAT digital.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to take a break, you guys, and we'll be right back with more topics. So stay right there. You are watching The Educator. And welcome back, you guys, to The Educators. Now it is time for some fretting about politics. So Andrew, take it away for us.
All right. So President Biden honors retiring Justice Breyer. I think I say his name correctly. Commits to nominating Black women to replace him on Supreme Court. So this was back, I would say last week. So President Joe Biden and Justice Stephen Breyer appeared together Thursday, which was back last week, at the White House, announcing Justice Stephen Breyer's retirement from the Supreme Court, clearing the way for Biden to follow through on his campaign promise to nominate the first Black woman to the high courts as his historic first pick. And I quote, "I'm here today to express the nation's gratitude to Justice Stephen Breyer for his remarkable career of public service and his clear-eyed commitment to making our country's law work for its people. Biden said he praises Breyer's career in public service, beginning in the United States Army as a teenager before going on to serve in all three branches of government before he turned 40. Multiple times, Biden noted his personal connections to Breyer as the only president to have presided over a justice confirmation. When he was a chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and Breyer was nominated to the Supreme Court in 1994 by President Bill Clinton. Turning to the event to see he will leave, Biden also reaffirmed his commitment to nominate the first Black woman to the Supreme Court, which he said was long overdue. And I quote, while I've been studying candidates' backgrounds and writings, I've made no decision except one. The person I will nominate will be someone with extraordinary qualifications, character, experience, and integrity. And that person will be the first Black woman ever nominated to the United States Supreme Court. Is long overdue, in my opinion. I made that commitment during the campaign for president, and I will keep that commitment, he said. So, and I want to ask Damian here, do you think that he will make that commitment or his promise?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know if he will, because I believe probably before he even became president, that he promised his supporters that he will nominate a Black woman onto the Supreme Court. But will he do it? I don't know. We will just have to see. And a lot of I just and I think I piggyback on this on last week. No, I was talking about Dr. Fauci. But I think people are really coming at President Biden really lightly because, and you guys, you guys, just like I said last week, he's trying his best, you guys, okay? Because he's trying. He really is. And let's just don't, you guys, he knows what is best for our country. And I believe that. That's why, and I think now we are in this state right now, because he handled, and this is just my opinion, I don't know about with you guys, you're probably gonna disagree with me on this. I don't care. But I think, ever since him and Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, they stepped into office, that they handled this pandemic very seriously than the last person that was in there. I'm sorry. That's just my take. Yes, I know we're still in this pandemic, and hopefully by the end of this year, we will be through this. Hopefully. But if we still had Trump in office right now, if we still had him, who knows where in the world we will be right now? Who knows? But to answer your question, Andrew, I don't know if he is going to nominate a Black woman. I don't know. I would just have to wait and see. Will he keep his promise to all of his supporters? We'll see. But you guys, he's trying. Okay, just give him credits for that. He's trying. That's my takeaway, Andrew.
And for me, I think you will, because there is a whole lot of candidates out there that are willing to take that position. And if that person does, it will be history in the making. Speaking of history, during the month of February, Black History Month. So if he does choose someone during the month of February, it will be groundbreaking history.
Yeah, and I believe he said He will probably finalize his decision by the end of this month. So we will have to see, you guys. But yeah, and go ahead, Andrew. Go ahead.
Oh, no. You I was about to say, yeah, hopefully we should have an answer. We should know who, what, when, where by the end of the month. And of course, we will keep you posted as soon as possible. And of course, we will do an episode of that as soon as possible.
Right. Absolutely. All right. If there's nothing else, you can take us to break.
All right. So we're going to take a quick break, you guys. We're not going anywhere. Of course,
No.
we ain't going anywhere. We got some more topics for y'all for us to talk about. Make sure you stay right here on the Educators. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the Educators. Told y'all we ain't going nowhere. We have some more topics for us to talk about. So we're going to go ahead and continue the conversation here. We have Damian here to talk about the State Department delivers crushing news to forward scholar hopefuls in Afghanistan.
You sure that's me and not you?
I'm sorry?
You sure it's not me and not you talking about this topic next?
Oh,
yeah.
No mistake here.
Yeah. Fine. Go ahead.
So apparently, okay. So again, this happened last week as well. The State Department will not continue its prejudice Fulbright foreign student program in Afghanistan, officials said Friday, after 140 semifinalists were chosen last year, but left in limbo regarding the program's status since the chaotic withdrawal of U.S. troops and Taliban takeover. The crushing news was delivered to applicants on Friday afternoon after months of delays to applicant interviews. A State Department official said, due to significant barriers impeding our ability to provide safe exchange experience, the selection process for the Fulbright Foreign Student Program in Afghanistan for the 2022-2023 academic year will not move forward. We recognize the significant time and effort that the current application has invested and understood that these decisions bring disappointment. Okay, so let's have our 2 cents on this, because this right here is stupid. Okay, why would you cancel the foreign student program, even though you have students have spent months of applying? You have students waiting for an interview, and now they have received they received the news. Oh, by the way, we're not doing it. So basically, you just wasted
your time
applying for the program. What is your 2 cents on this, Damian? Because this right here is stupid.
Yeah, exactly with you. Of what? Yeah, you just basically wasted their time. Yeah, and like you said, And I'm reading this back. It says we recognize the significant time and effort that the current applicants have invested and understand that this decision brings disappointment. Of course it will. Of course. So you're just basically wasting their time. Like, why
Mm-hmm.
even put them in this position and then it's just going to lead up to this here? I,
Right.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that if I was in charge. I will not even do this, wasting their own time when ahead of time I could just even tell them up front before they even started with this, not letting
Right.
them do all of this hard work. And then at the end, oh, sorry, we
Hey, yeah.
really, really,
By the way, we're not taking any more applications.
really.
Okay. You did that for what? And of course, the statement went on to say that the opportunity was not ending solely for the upcoming cohort, but that state would not continue to take future applicants, effectively suspend the program for now.
Well,
Again, you just wasted their time, their effort. Like, they need to do something.
yeah, agree.
They need to do something.
Yeah. Because to me that just makes no sense of
Mhm.
and I'm still reading this here and it says should conditions change such that we can again support Fulbright opportunities for the students and we will again invite applications for the program.
That's not enough.
Well,
That's not enough.
y'all will again invite them. Mm,
That's
mm.
not enough.
I don't see any future students applying. No, no, no,
Mm-mm.
no.
That's not enough. A 23-year-old that is in Afghanistan says she dreamed of obtaining her Master of Law in the United States as a Fulbright scholar, painting the program as both a venue to her own dreams and a tool for a better future for Afghanistan. She said, and I quote, "We really put too much effort into our application in this program. We rejected most of the immigration offers lots of other scholarships just for the Fulbright program because this is a different program. It's obvious from its principle." And then she went on to say that this is the time that Afghanistan needs the prospective Fulbright scholars the most. Education and the fate of Afghan youth should not be conditioned to political rivalries or political gains. So it's like she was studying to get her master's degree in law. And when they said, "Oh, by the way, we're going to go ahead and shut this program down," how in the world is she going to make? How in the world is she going to earn that master's degree? And she wants to make a difference. She wants to make a difference in her community.
That's a
Explain
shame.
that to me.
That's that. What is going on in into your minds, into your head? Y'all really don't be thinking about.
I don't be thinking. I don't.
No, no.
Education should not be conditioned to be political rivalries or political games. It really shouldn't. This young lady who is 23 years old trying to attain her master's degree in law as a scholar, as a Fulbright scholar. And she wants to make a difference in her community. And y'all just swoop to that away.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. So we're gonna cut the break real quick. So we got some more topics for y'all for y'all. So we'll be right back, y'all. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to The Educators. Now, let's hop right back into some more topics, shall we? Andrew, this is a good one. This is a good one right here. And I'm so glad we are talking about this because I talk about this a lot at church and during Sunday school and Bible study. I really do, which is judging versus criticism. So I was recently, you guys, reading an article about judging people. And guess what? Every single one of us, you guys, including you, we are guilty as charged. So, and I can't never say this word right here. So, psychologics, I know I'm saying that incorrectly. They say judging others is something we all do, whether we realize it or not. We all do, you guys. Trust me, we all do. So, do we think we have the right to judge other people? And is there an underlying cause to why people judge other people? Andrew, I want to hear you first before I dive in, because I want to hear from you. Do you, my friend, do you judge people? Tell us. Do you judge people? I see that smile on your face.
Mm-hmm. Okay. First and foremost, it's psychologist.
Yes, thank you. I can never say that, you guys. I'm sorry. I can't never say that. Continue on, Andrew.
Okay, so for those ones that knows me.
Oh dear.
Okay, those one that knows me. Let's just face it, they're just people. Okay, it's out there, just people. And I don't know why. I don't know why, and I think because, which is kind of funny, it's because we have something that's going on in our lives that are different than others. You know, you have the ones that, oh, their life is perfect, nothing's going on. You know, they have all of this, they have all of that. Like I've heard a lot of times, I'm like, that they're the only child and stuff like that. Well, while you have people on the other side that they have gone through stuff. They have lost a parent. They're going through a whole lot of things that is going on inside their family that you just don't know what to do. Sure. And I think not only out into the real world, but us teachers as well. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because, and again, we be saying this all day long, is to talk to them, have a relationship with them, trying to figure out what is their story. Yes. You know, why is that? Why is Timothy putting his head down? You know, why is Timothy putting his hoodie on? Is he going through stuff? Or figure out why Timothy is not doing his work. like just last week, he's been turning in all his work. He's been doing all his assignments, doing his homework. And now this week, something has happened.
Yeah.
Something has happened. And you need to figure out why. Now you have to become a personalized therapist to him, because you want to make his day even better. You want him to be like he was last week.
True. Yeah. And that's pretty much on my other show, Damian Talks. That's why I say, you guys, we gotta check up on our students constantly, daily, to see, are they okay? Because you're gonna have one day they're all fine, they're all happy, they're doing their work, this and that. Then here comes the next day, you don't see that personality from them. It's okay to check up on your students, you guys. It is okay. Please don't judge them. And speaking of that, what is the difference between judging and criticizing? I have the definition for you guys. Judging is a form, opinion, or conclusion about, while criticizing it indicates the faults of someone or something in a disapproving way. So, and I think I probably told you guys this off of our other show, Friends, with Damian and Andrew. Well, it's probably the upcoming episode of where I said that I did judge other people. I did. I don't do that no more, you guys, because I learned my lesson. And while I don't judge other people, like Andrew said at the beginning, we don't know what is going on in another person's life, if they have lost someone, this or that. We should not judge. And I say this all the time at church. We should not judge people. Okay. And I'm about to jump into preaching mode. So Andrew, you just sit tight here. Sit tight here. Let me talk to all the Christians out there into the world, okay? If you call yourself Christians, and you do this and that and this and that, you go to church every Sunday you go to church, you praise the Lord, you do this and that, you greet people, you do this and that. Then Monday through Saturday, you're talking trash about people, you're cussing, you're doing this and that, and then here comes Sunday again, he sees everything. I'm telling you, he sees everything. You got to watch out for people like that. I don't got time to hang around people like that. And I know the episode with, I think actually with my sister back in season 4, of where I don't got time for all the negative people into my life. I don't need to constantly worry about, do people like me? I know for a fact that most of my class, well, not most, some of my classmates and people who know me, or other people who know me, they're not going to like me. And you guys, that is okay. That is life. Not every single body is supposed to like you. And I have realized that, because I always question and wondering, why do this person don't like me? Is there something bad with me? I'm a happy person. I'm this and that. So how come they don't like me? Well, it's fine. It is fine if they don't like you. That's just my take on it. It is fine. So please, especially educators, all of you guys who are watching our show, please don't judge other people, because if you do that, and I believe this so much, later on in life, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt. Whether that person you did bad things to or said bad things to, they may be your future boss. And that person is going to remember you, and it goes on from there. So that's my 2 cents on that, Andrew. Okay, that's my 2 cents. Anything else from you like to share? I mean, people, please don't judge. Please don't judge other people, because
Get
we don't.
Together, y'all.
Yeah, get your ass together. I was about to say it, but no. Because I'm wearing my cross. Ooh. I'm so
You
glad I
should
caught
have. You should
myself.
have passed it to me. You should have
Yeah,
passed it to me.
because
You
I
should have passed
sure
it to
was
me.
about to say it, but Damien, you can't. You got your girls on.
Yeah, you should have. You should have passed it to me. Yeah, get it together. Okay. I like how we flip flop. I just realized that we flip flopped. I don't know what happened. But yeah, like I don't know if y'all seen the show Undercover Boss. Yeah, that's a prime example. Okay.
Yeah.
Where the boss goes undercover and he's like the new employee or there's a new employee.
Yeah.
And it turns out at the end he's actually the boss or he's actually the owner of the company. And depending on how you act or interact with your boss, the head boss, he may give you a little, like a new house or pay off your mortgage or pay your college, stuff like that. But if you want to be rude, if you want to judge him or why he taking so long, consequences, people. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, he's not going to like you. He's going to fire you right on the spot. He's like, that does not match our company values. So unfortunately, we're going to have to release you. Because that's not how we interact with customers.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a great example right there, Andrew. Yeah, a great example. All right. So we have to take a break once again, you guys, but please stay right there. We'll be back. Trust me, okay, with more topics on the way. So don't go anywhere. You're watching The Educator. Welcome back to The Educators, you guys. So let's hop right back into some more topics. Andrew, what do you have for us? I hear Spotify is making some rules recently. So what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, so Spotify is making public platform rules that cover COVID-19 misinformation. In case y'all did not know, for the past, I don't know, weeks or whatever, Joe's Rogan's, or however do I pronounce his last name, podcast drew criticism because the COVID-19 information was not correct. So, the hashtag delete Spotify goes viral because of that reason. And so now Spotify is responding to that after a number of prominent artists said they will leave the platform if it continues to host comedian Joe, whose broadcast has been spreading misleading and inaccurate claims about vaccine and the virus. Spotify said it is adding a content advisory to any podcast episode that includes discussion about COVID-19. So most unlikely, this episode will be adding a content advisory. The advisory will direct listeners to a COVID-19 hub that will include links to trusted sources. It will also, for the first time, publicly post its long-standing platform rules, which were originally developed by this interim team. So let's talk about this misleading, misinformation COVID-19 vaccine. No, I have not. I don't think neither of us are listening to the Joe Raggett's Experience broadcast on there, but we have seen on Twitter mostly the viral trend delete Spotify because of that reason. And my question is, why does he want to give out false information about the vaccine? Why does he want to give out misleading information about the virus?
Yeah.
Knowing the fact that this is real and that there are millions of people have died from COVID-19 and there are still cases around to this day.
Right. To be, I've been keeping up with that lately, and also another person I'm going to talk about in a minute. I don't know why these types of people, him for instance, and probably his podcast, he probably has a bigger platform, media audience who listen to him. I don't get, why would you tell your listeners, your audience, false information about COVID? Why would you? Why? To me, I don't understand it. No, I don't listen to his podcast. I don't, if I did listen to his podcast and I'm listening to him, talking about COVID, and, he's given us, some resources, some tools. And I hear this here of what he says, and then I go out into my life because I trust him of telling me all what's happening with COVID, and I go out in my life, I could potentially be spreading it out with other people, and then my family members. Is he thinking of that at all? Is he thinking of that at all? Clearly not. Clearly not. Him, I believe Fox News. These, I don't get why y'all want to tell y'all viewers false information about COVID. What's the point of it? Trying to tips, more money? Okay. Well, let's watch the cases go back up even higher, and thousands of people are going to continue on dying because people like you are, and that is why Americans, they are split with this of, should I get the vaccine? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I do that? That is why we're in this mess to begin with. That's just my take, because we have other news stations who are telling us false information about it. Because we have President Biden over here, we have Dr. Fauci over here, we have the CDC over here, we have all the science that are telling us what to do. But then you guys are telling other people otherwise. I don't understand. I really don't.
I don't either. And I think what they should do is kind of remove his podcast from the platform.
Yeah.
Since he wants to give out false information about COVID-19. Like you said, COVID-19 is real. It is real. There are some people that have it, and there are some people they're either getting the vaccine, getting tested. Like I mentioned before, I got tested not too long ago. I think like last week or the week prior. we're stepping in the right direction of cases of going down. But if people want to misleading information about COVID-19, then we're going to have a problem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know, Andrew, if you heard of this lately, but Shaq O'Neal, he, and I saw this video all over Twitter. He is telling people that you should not be forced to take something that you don't want, which is a mask, if you want to wear it or not. So he says that he was on, I believe he said this on his own podcast, that he said, be safe and take care of your family, but he disagreed with forcing those people who don't want to wear the mask. But it just people don't want to take it to wear the mask, and you should not be forced to take something that you do not want. And he is telling all of his followers, his supporters, that because he believes that people are being forced to wear the mask. That is what he is saying. He believes that people are being forced, that you have to wear the mask. When you go places, for instance, let's say I'm gonna just say ABC News station, which they require all people to wear a mask, and he is just rambling on, saying that it should be our choice. It should be our choice if we want to wear the mask or not. What do you think?
I mean, you have people. You have people. You have people that don't wear a mask.
It's true.
At stores. You know,
and you can't force them to.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't. You can't force them. Like I said back in, I think, like a couple of seasons ago when I was working at a convenience store, I can't be like, I can't kick them out because they're not wearing a mask. I can't do that. Yeah. So it's like, well, it's up to them. You know, if they want to wear a mask, they can. If they don't, you know. And I even had a customer, this was back then, like asked me, like, how come y'all don't enforce it? Like, we can't, again, we can't. It's okay. It's not like telling my students, hey, put your mask on or put your mask up. It's different. Okay. Yeah. It's different. Okay. Because I'm now a substitute teacher now. Now I can say, put your mask up. Okay. Put on a mask. But as a former convenience store worker, I can't say that.
Yeah, because those are two different things. Yeah, in a school setting.
Two different things. And you know, we're the only two differences, yes, they're in a public space, but one is the education.
Right.
Where students will come to learn and teachers have to teach. And the other part are people that are shopping or going to convenience centers or to a art show or a sports game. That's the only difference. But yet you have people that are out there deciding not to wear a mask because why? Who knows?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear an excuse. oh, I can't breathe. Well, get a breathable mask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, there are some breathable masks online, or there are some that are at stores. If you can't find one, keep on looking.
Absolutely, yeah. Because that was
Or if
me.
you're saying, oh, because you got an exempt from your doctor, well, again, let me see that note so that I know it's for real. Because did you know there are some people out there that bought a COVID-19 vaccine card? Bought a COVID-19 vaccine card, knowing good and well they have not been vaccinated for COVID-19. Knowing good and well they have not gotten the booster shot. Knowing good and well you're trying to take a shortcut.
You got some people out here who believes that, oh yes, I did got the vaccine. Yes, I did got the. No, you did not. No, that's
because I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you where you take it. What time did you take it?
Yeah.
Who was your nurse?
Mm-hmm. Is it legit? Is it an actual place?
And which arm too?
Yeah.
Which arm too? Mm-hmm.
Come on, people. Come on now.
Because I can tell you mine. Because the first vaccine I took it in March 9th to be exact, on my left arm out of high school. Came back 2 weeks later, March 29th, left arm at the high school. And then got the booster shot back in January, left arm. But this time, this was at CVS. I know what date, what time, where it was taken, and all of that. And I forgot the card. I'm not going to show you my card because, legal reasons.
Yeah.
But just know, I'm fully vaccinated. But there are some people that decides to buy the COVID-19 vaccine card to make a shortcut. Knowing good and well, they have not gotten the COVID-19 shot at all, nor the booster. So what are you trying to do? Feel good about yourself? Because I'm surely, you feel guilty inside.
People, come on now. Come on.
Get it.
I just believe I gave up on y'all. I really do, because it's your guys. You're not really thinking. You're just
the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing.
This is just out of control. This is just out of control. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna take a break, okay? And we will be right back to wrap up our show for today. So stay right there. You are watching The Educators.
Love watching The Educators? Well, you can be part of our conversation too. The Educators is active on social media. Like us on Facebook and join the conversation by telling us what you think. Also, follow us on Instagram for behind the scenes content. And also follow us on Twitter to stay up to date of what's happening on our show, because you keep the conversation going. So let's get social. So like, comment, and connect with us on The Educators.
Welcome back,
all right,
guys. Welcome back, you guys. What a great show we had on today. So yeah, it's been a great show, great show. So before we go, you guys, we forgot to mention this at the top of the show that our guest for today, which was Miss Damian Anderson, was supposed to be on the show for today, but unfortunately we had to reschedule. So you guys will see her in season 8. Okay, you guys will see her in season 8, and then also later on into the season because she will be guest co-hosting. So yeah. And also, you guys, if you haven't known already, I'm not going to give a big speech on this. You could just check out our social medias of where we post that I am once again taking a step back from this show, The Educators, but I will be back in season 8, you guys. Okay, so for more information, go on to our social medias where we have the full statement for it because I'm not going to give y'all the whole speech because we are running out of time. So we are still celebrating, you guys, Black History Month all month long by honoring and presenting some amazing, incredible people who have paved the way for all of us. So Andrew, he has for us a Black History Month reading. So Andrew, who do you got for us today?
So today just last week we went from traffic lights, and I do realize last week I did mispronounce someone's name last week. It is Marie, not Mary. Okay, just want to put that out there. It's Marie, not Mary. I don't know why I was thinking of Mary. But on today, so we're going to shift gears here. So since we were talking about the Supreme Court, right? So we've been talking about Supreme Court, the justice system. So what got me to thinking, who's the very first Black person to be part of the court system? So today we are going to talk about Mr. William Henry Hastie Jr., who was an attorney and diplomat that was born in Knoxville, Tennessee. So right in Damian's home state.
Yeah, and get this, you guys, on my birthday, November 17th.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And you and Andrew, I just have to throw that in there.
So he has spent his childhood in Tennessee, like Damian, until his family moved to Washington, D.C. Hastie graduated from Dunbar High School in Washington, D.C. in 1921. 4 years later, received his A.B. degree from Amherst College in Massachusetts. Following graduation, Hastie was offered fellowships for graduate work at Oxford University and the University of Paris. Hastie decides instead to accept a job at New Jersey's Bordentown Manual School, where he was on the faculty until 1927 when he entered Harvard University Law School. In 1930, Hastie received his LLB degree from Harvard University. Afterwards, he became a member of the Howard University School of Law faculty. Hastie was also admitted to the District of Columbia Bar in 1931, practiced law with his cousin, Charles Hamilton Houston, who later became dean of the Howard University Law School. Hastie returned to Harvard in 1933 to receive his JD degree. In 1933, William Henry Hastie became one of the first African-American members of the Franklin Roosevelt administration. He was appointed the president's race relations advisor. Later, he was given the post of assistant solicitor for the Department of Interior. While working for the department, he wrote a constitution for the Virgin Islands and American territory. In March 1937, Hastie was appointed judge of the Federal District Court in the Virgin Islands by President Roosevelt, became the nation's first African-American federal judge. Hastie served for 2 years. Then he resigned in 1999 to become dean and professor of law at Howard University School of Law. During his time as dean, Hastie also served as civilian aide to Secretary of War, Henry L. Simon, from 1940 to 1946. Hasty urged the racial integration of troops. In 1942, he resigned in protest because the Army Armed Force decided to create a separate training facility for African Americans, and he returned to his duties at Howard University School of Law. Ironically, his protests prompted the Army and Navy to begin limited experimentations with the interrogated units. In 1946, President Harry Truman, appointed Hasty governor of the Virgin Islands, a post he held until 1949. William Hasty thus became the first African American to hold the post of governor of a U.S. territory. In 1949, President Truman nominated Hasty for judge of the Third United States Circuit Court of Appeals. And on July 19, 1950, the Senate confirmed Hasty's for the position. At that time, this was the highest judicial position held by an African American. He retired from the judicial in 1971. He was a member of the Sigma Phi fraternity, died on April 14, 1976, at the age of 71, leaving behind his wife, the former Berlin Lockhart, his children, William H. Jr., and daughter, Karen H. Williams. That is your Black History Month rating. Judge William Henry Hasty.
Yes, what an amazing person. Thank you so much, Andrew, for that. So unfortunately, guys, we are out of time for today. Don't worry. We'll be back next week, you guys, with more new episodes of The Educators. So we just want you guys to have a great rest of your week. Educators, keep pushing. Oh, I'm ending the show early. I need to. Okay, you guys, I gotta do my motivation affirmation for today. I don't know why I just skipped right toward that, because I'm doing this in honor of Coach D, because he would do this. So, our motivation affirmation for today, you guys, is also, of course, you guys, educators, you are the kind of teacher who believes in all of your students and who works hard each and every day, okay? You believe all of your students, you guys, okay? And you work hard every day. So to all the educators, and not just the educators, substitute teachers, everybody, you got this. We believe in all of you. You work hard each and every day. I see it. I really do. Andrew sees it. You guys are doing your best, and keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. So that is your motivation affirmation for today. Now we get in the show. I was rushing into it. So, Andrew, I'm gonna let you end our show for today because I'm always doing it. So I will let you, my friend.
I'll take it from here. So that is it for today. Thank you, y'all, for watching or listening for our show this week. Make sure you tune in next week because we got another round of topics for us to discuss. Until then, y'all have a marvelous week, and we will see you next time on The Educators.